Unknown Number, the high school catfish on Netflix, is like the Game of Thrones of documentaries. It is tearing through the collective and dominating pop culture. And it's not just because of the infamous twist. Also, my name is Silver. I'm a born clairvoyant and I'm also a women's spiritual coach. So welcome. Please like and subscribe if you're interested. We do a monthly Patreon group where we have a 2-hour meeting. We talk about whatever it is, life purposes, deepening your spiritual gifts. It's your choice. You choose the topics. The links will be in the description. The infamous twist of this documentary, I'm sure you've heard it. It has to do with the true story of a girl named Lalah Delia. She was a regular teenager in a very small town. She began receiving texts from an unknown number that were at first catty, teenage-sounding mean girl texts. But over the span of 15 months, they grew in number up to 50 a day, and their content went from like PG-13 to NC-17. It lasted for more than 15 months. It first targeted her relationship with her boyfriend of 2 years, and that worked. It broke them up. But then the messages just started desecrating Lauren's personhood. The worst of all of these texts actually threatened her life, and they actually demanded that she take her life. These texts were truly vile. And the unthinkable plot twist that everybody is talking about, that I had never heard about this. It got me too. I was shook. The FBI finally traced all of this back to Lauren's mother, the very person who Lauren would come home to, who would hold her and play the savior. All the while, for like the last 2 years, she'd been lying both to Lauren and her husband, saying she was going to work, when in reality, she was going elsewhere to incessantly strip Lauren of all her humanity. Like, the FBI's fat binder of printed out texts had more than 15,000 entries in it. So no matter what your relationship is with your mother, everybody has a mom. And Carl Jung, he developed the archetypes. It doesn't matter what language you speak. If I showed a picture of a mother cradling and holding or feeding a baby, anyone on this planet would know what that meant. And according to Jung, and I actually looked this up, the mother archetype is a fundamental universal pattern within the collective unconscious that represents nurturing, fertility, and the life-giving forces of the world. That's a pretty hefty archetype we have there. We call our own planet Mother Earth, or we refer to nature as Mother Nature. The only thing that we have as a reference to anything greater than the mother archetype is the Godhead. The Godhead, call it what you will, but it is the originator of all life. This goes to the point of why this documentary has struck such an Achilles heel. Many people, they still have loyalty to or imagine God perhaps as a loving figure, but often also a punitive figure whom you have to prove your loyalty by compliance to rules. Like in the Judeo-Christian system, we have the 10 Commandments. In Buddhism, we have the Eightfold Path, the 5 pillars. Not even in secular ways of life, like Reiki, there are the 5 precepts. Lalah Delia's circumstances show like an archetypal crisis. She did everything right, yet she was still betrayed by her personal mother archetype, which is supposed to offer that kind of unconditional love and acceptance. But in Lauren's case, the mother archetype seemingly betrayed its own nature and destroyed a 100%, creating an unjust annihilation, like an unhealable, unforgivable wound. And this validates and gives credence to the idea of a conditional God and a conditional mother archetype. These life-giving forces, they can't be trusted. They're fickle. How can God, the ultimate parent, be trusted as well when they're so extremely similar? How can we safely attach to and embody whatever you want to call God, when instances like these seem to so shockingly confirm the Machiavellian nature of God. What happened between Lauren and her mother isn't correctly viewed by a culture who sees the archetype of mother as so, if we're talking in black and white, as so white. And as a culture, as yes, capable of white, but equally and untrustworthily capable of black. But this is why we can attribute the shock and awe of the collective's reaction to this story, to what happened to Lauren and this level of betrayal. The Lakari story touches the nerve of the two most primal archetypes in existence. Oh my God, the mother can't be trusted. And oh my God, it's just like we've been taught. God's no different. Like, even though there are rules, we're not safe even if we follow those rules. And I honestly think this story is tapping into everyone's fear of what have I done? What about Judgment Day? And the seemingly unjust and untrustworthy nature of how both life unfolds and how God seemingly works. I hope you guys like this. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. It's a different take on it. Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.